The New York Rangers bounce back and defeat the Columbus Blue Jackets 3-1. And the Rangers, after a very disappointing loss to the Montreal Canadiens in MSG, they go on the road, they get the job done. They played a really good first two periods. Third period definitely was a bit shaky, and that's all right. Not gonna crush them for that. But overall, definitely the team that deserved to win. Like I said, got a little bit interesting, but Yaroslav Halak under the radar has been very good lately. That is now his fourth straight win, and dating back right. So he beat the Flyers, the Panthers, the Canadians, and the Blue Jackets all on the road. And I really feel like he deserves some credit. And I guess he's still looking for his first Garden win, interestingly enough. He won at Ottawa, so all his wins are on the road, and most of his starts have been on the road, to be fair. But, I think that he came up with some pretty big saves in the third. With the Rangers up two, he did well. That's good, I think it works for Shesterkin as well to not feel like there's that pressure. When Halak's in there, you don't feel as bad as you did earlier in the season. And his overall numbers are actually a lot more respectable now as well. He has over a 900 save percentage. Like, these are numbers that, it was really bad at one point. It's getting better. Mm-hmm. So Halak now 5-6-1 overall, but a good job by him. And for the Rangers individually, I would say Mika Zibanejad was probably their best player tonight, and has been, for large parts of the season. And Zibanejad, that's someone, he really deserves more Selke consideration. I think we kind of lose sight of how good Zibanejad is on the defensive side. And, he's part of that top PK unit. He, typically goes up against the top, the other top lines. And so Zibanejad, he doesn't get that praise around the league, but he kind of deserves it. And he's gotten better with that. And Zibanejad reaches the 20-goal mark. So that's 6 straight seasons of 20 goals for Mika Zibanejad. And I want to just see something for a second here. Right. I mean, he got hurt. Really, this would have been, it really should have even been a longer streak, even dating back to Ottawa. His first year as Ranger, he had that bad injury where he slammed into the boards, and so he ended up with 14 goals in 56 games. Chances are, in a full season, I'm thinking Zibanejad reaches 20. And so, very consistent player. Zibanejad, definitely someone that I think, is maybe even a little bit underappreciated. He can be a bit streaky, no doubt about that. He can be, but I thought Mika was good tonight. Kakko was good and had a really nice pass on the Zibanejad goal. Had a couple of points tonight, Kakko. And Barclay Goodrow. Barclay Goodrow had his first power play goal of his career, and now this is his 455th NHL game. So Goodrow did well. And again, that second unit is it deserves more of a chance. And who was on that second unit? Keandre Miller, which was interesting. And they kept Trouba on there. I'd be more happy if it was Miller for Trouba. It was Miller for Kravtsov, who actually scored a goal tonight, Vitaly Kravtsov. But Keandre Miller, now he has a 7-game point streak. So Miller responding after that, that Montreal game, and look, he messed up that goal. He was the main culprit of that goal, but Keandre's been really good, really, really good. And that's a 7-game point streak for him, which is impressive. And a lot of good happened in this game. I liked Gallant continued with the swap of VZ for Kravtsov. So it was Hedl centering Kravtsov and Goodrow. I thought that line was really good. They scored the one 5-on-5 goal tonight, was that line. And here's the negative of all this, and that is that Panarin-Trocheck combination, you got to just scrap it. You got to scrap it. And for Panarin, I don't like how he's played at all. I keep on saying this, but the Panarin that we saw in 2019 is just a lot worse than this version. I'm sorry, the 2019 version is a lot better than this version. Really, don't let the point totals fool you. He has 47 points in 45 games, which is good. I'm not saying he's a bum, right? There's a big difference here. Artemi Panarin is a very talented, one of the most talented players in the league. But my God, like you're better. Like, it seems like players, they move off his line and they do better. So you almost, and for Trocheck, it's like he did really well with Kreider and Vesey. That was a very good line. It's just not working. And I would probably try to go back to Panarin and Hedl. Try to make that work. Maybe it won't work, but I would try, because at least in that case, Hedl then, I think the combination could weirdly, like, it could work with Hedl's shoot first, because Panarin really is more of a pass first. He is a pass first guy, and Hedl thinks more shot. And it would then get Hedl more ice time as well. So it kind of accomplishes a couple of things. So I would go to that. I really would. And you still give Trocheck those third line. Trocheck would still get minutes. He deserves that. But that's a change that I'm hoping is made. Keep Zibanejad with Kakko, regardless of whether Kreider's in or out. And Kreider sounds like he'll be back soon. Hopefully he'll be back for the Bruin game. It sounds like there's a chance that he could be. If not then, I would expect him back against the Panthers next Monday, a week from now. So that's something to keep an eye on. There was no lineup change, so Ryan Carpenter continues to be the healthy scratch. Julian Gauthier continues to be on the IR for now. And fourth line, the one person that did stand out in a positive way is Johnny Brodzinski. Brodzinski, look, he has some speed. He's not a finisher. He's not going to really score a whole lot. But Brodzinski, at least you notice him, and he tries to do the right thing. And look, he did take a bad penalty tonight as well. So it's not like Brodzinski's perfect, nor do I really want him in the lineup come playoff time. But he's a lot better than Sammy Blais. Like, if I had to choose between the two, I'm taking Brodzinski. And Jake Leschyshyn, hey, he drew a penalty tonight. So, again, I'm not impressed by him, really, but hey, he had that. So let's discuss the game in more detail. And the Rangers really were a lot. In the first and second period, they really dominated Columbus. The first two periods was all Rangers as far as I'm concerned. And in the first, Trocheck does take a slashing penalty. So Vinny Trocheck, we can blame Panarin. I think it's deserved. But Trocheck can also up his game as well. Vinny Trocheck, it's been a bit of a rough go lately for him. And I think, I like the player. I do. I think that there's a lot to like there. But it's been kind of a so-so for a season for the Rangers to this point. Trocheck slash penalty, Rangers kill it off. Then at 7:50, Matthew Olivier boards Ryan Lindgren. And I should have mentioned him earlier. Ryan Lindgren, what a warrior. Ryan Lindgren, who left at that point. A lot of times he gets hit into the boards. He is, fearless. And he leaves the game, but he comes back in, blocks more shots. Ryan Lindgren just talk about underappreciated with Zibanejad. Lindgren even more so. Lindgren does so many of the little things, and when he's on the lineup, you feel that. You really do. But the Rangers' power play, unsuccessful. And this power play, especially that first unit, has been bad. Really bad. And it goes beyond Kreider returning. Will that help? Yes, it will. But it's really, and it's easy to blame Panarin, but I'm kind of going to do it. I mean, Panarin, just the whole mentality is just bad. That power play needs to improve. So then, Leschyshyn is hooked, and then Lafreniere, 10 seconds into that power play, hooks Goodranson. But it ends up working out. So Lafreniere, not what you want, not a good penalty. And for him, I'll agree that he's a bit snake bit, but for Lafreniere, it's been a tough go. And I think that it's sort of rock bottom territory for Lafreniere. It can only go up from here if you want to take it on the positive side. And, tonight I thought he looked better. But it's 4-on-4. And the Rangers score on the 4-on-4. At 12:39, Zibanejad's 20th goal of the season from Kakko and Fox. And Kakko did a really nice job. It was kind of like 1-on-3. And he held the puck, as he's good at doing. And a really nice pass to Zibanejad, who scores past the Blue Jacket goalie Merzlikins. And the Rangers take a 1-0 lead right there. Then the Rangers get another power play. Marchenko interferes with Goodrow. And who scores the goal on the power play? Goodrow. His ninth goal of the season from Miller and Kakko. Nice shot by Miller. And Goodrow's one of the better deflectors. We know Kreider's good at deflecting. Barclay Goodrow is maybe the second. He's really one of the best at deflecting. A lot of his goals are off deflections. And that second unit gets the goal. More of a simple approach, shooting the puck towards the net, and it goes in. So, again, I want that second unit to get more ice time. I really, really do. But Goodrow makes it 2-0. The Rangers take that lead into the second. And in the second, Sean Crowley hooks Philip Hedl at 7:21. Again, the power play is unsuccessful. And then the Rangers make it 3-0. And it's Vitaly Kravtsov, who, hasn't really done a whole lot, but Kravtsov was really good tonight. Scored his third goal of the season on a really nice pass from Hedl and Goodrow. So that line, I thought, was really good. And I want to stick with it, but like I said, I let Hedl get more time and let him play with Panarin and let Trocheck be more in a north-south type line. But either way, that's here nor there. Really nice job. And Phil Hedl continues to play well. Really good game for Goodrow. And Kravtsov rewarded for going to the net. 3-0 Rangers. Then at the end of the period, Brodzinski slashes Jack Roslovic. But at 26 seconds, Boquist high six Kakko. So it's 4-4. And now it's a role reversal. So how Columbus ended their power play, it ends up working out for them as they score 4-4 in a similar play where Nyquist was kind of Kakko in that Zibanejad goal where Nyquist 1-on-4 kind of holds the puck, does a really nice job, and finds Andrew Peeke, the defenseman. And Peeke scores his fourth goal of the season from Nyquist and Roslovic at 1:21. So a 4-on-4 goal makes it 3-1. But the Rangers, and this is where Halak made a lot of good saves. Halak really got dialed in the third period. I thought really earned that W. And the Rangers hang on. They did Jacob Trouba takes a late penalty at 19:38. He interferes with Sean Crowley. And with Trouba, for me, I don't like how Jacob Trouba's been for the most part, and there's really nothing you can do about it. I am more impressed by Braden Schneider. I understand that it's going to take a lot for that to switch, but whatever. Rangers win at 3-1. Really nice win at Columbus, taking care of business. But I'll take it a step further. After losing that game to Montreal, you had to kind of win this one. And that's what we've seen for the Rangers for the most part, where they don't let these things snowball. And I had confidence that they would come back in this game, get the job, and they played well. They earned the win, and that's good. And now they will play a Boston Bruins team who will be coming off a game the night before versus the Islanders. So hopefully that works to their advantage. But look, we saw this Montreal play the Islanders and then play the Rangers, and it didn't matter. And Boston's way better than Montreal, so it probably won't mean much, but it's something to mention. And we'll see whether the Rangers face Swayman or Ullmark. We'll see who. That's kind of the 50-50 thing. Shesterkin will be back in net for the Rangers. Hopefully Kreider will be back in the lineup for the Rangers. And this will be a good test. The Rangers lost to Boston earlier in the season at home. They'll get one more chance at MSG versus the Bruins here. And we'll see what they can do. The Bruins are currently 34-5-4. We've seen the Rangers raise their level against top teams. And so I'm looking forward to this game. And this could be a really nice win if they can get it. We'll see what they do. Rangers now 25-13-7. Again, the Rangers go into Columbus. They respond after the bad loss to Montreal. They beat the Blue Jackets 3-1.